So, good day everyone. I am Paul Robin Lidem and I'm with my groupmate, Said Jeanette, and we are here to report about the RA 10068 or Organic Agriculture Act of 2010. Section 1 is the title. This act shall be known as the Organic Agriculture Act of 2010. Next, Section 2 is the general provision. It is hereby declared the policy of the state to promote, propagate, develop further and implement the practice of organic agriculture in the Philippines that will accumulatively condition and enrich the fertility of the soil, increase the farm productivity, reduce pollution and destruction of the environment, prevent the depletion of natural resources, further protect the health of farmers, consumers, and the general public, and save on the imported farm inputs. So, yun lang naman ang kanyang pinakang goal na mabawasan ang polusyon, madagdagan ang maitaas ang quality ng ating lupa, and pa-prevent yung pag-unti ng ating natural resources. And Section 3, the definition of terms. The terms used in the law are the organic agriculture, organic production system, conversion period, biodegradable waste, ecologically sound, commercialization, certification, accreditation, first-party certification or first-party certificate, second-party certificate, third-party certificate, and organic food establishments, organic input establishments. Next, Section 4, the coverage. The provision of this act shall apply to the development and promotion of organic agriculture and shall include, but not limited to, the following. A. Policy formulation on regulation, registration, accreditation, certification, and labeling on organic agriculture. Sunod natin is research, development, and extension of appropriate, sustainable, environment, and gender-friendly organic agriculture. Sunod is promotion and encouragement of establishments of facilities, equipments, and processing plants that would accelerate the production and the commercialization of organic fertilizers, pesticides, herbicides, and other commercialization of organic fertilizers, pesticides, herbicides, and other appropriate farm inputs. Last is the implementation of organic agricultural programs, project and activities, including the provision and delivery of support services with focus on the farmers and other stakeholders. Section 5 is the National Organic Agriculture Program. Under this is the establishments or the pagbuo ng Comprehensive Organic Agriculture Program sa pamamagitan ng promotion, commercialization, of organic farming practices, cultivation and adaptation of production and processing methods which have already been developed or ide-develop pa or patuloy na ina-upgrade. The capacity building of farmers and the education of consumers thereon, the extension of assistance to local government units, LGUs, People's Organization, POs, and government organization or NGOs, and other stakeholders including the individual and groups who are practicing and promoting these methods, as well as those who are willing to do other pertinent activities and documentation and evaluation of the program. So, sakop dito lahat ng involved sa organic agriculture. Kahit yung ating mga private individuals and groups. Next, Section 6, the National Organic Agriculture Board. This board shall carry out the policy and program provided in this act. There is hereby created a National Organic Agriculture Board shall be the policy-making body and shall provide the direction and general guidelines for implementation of the National Organic Agriculture Program. And the National Organic Agriculture Board shall be attached to the Department of Agriculture. And they shall ensure the participation of POs, NGOs, and general public through coordination and consultative mechanisms such as but not limited to public hearings, meetings, and joint projects. So, hindi lang basta yung DA or yung board ang kasama. Kasama din ang ating POs, NGOs, and the general public. Section 7 is the officers or the components ng ating board. Una is the Secretary of Agriculture as the chairperson, Secretary of Interior Local Government as vice chair, Secretary of Science and Technology as representative, then Secretary of the Environmental and Natural Resources as also representative, and the Secretary of Education as another representative, Secretary of Agrarian Reform, Secretary of Trade and Industry, and Secretary of Health. Lahat yan is for our representatives na pwedeng sila or his duly authorized permanent representative. So, meron din tayong, included din dito yung ating mga local farmers or small farmers. Meron dapat silang 3 representative. At meron din tayo sa ating mga NGOs tulad ng colleges and universities, private sectors, and agribusiness firms as members. So, tigi-isa din yon. At least na nasa sustainable agriculture sila for at least 3 years. So, dapat pinapractice nila ang sustainable agriculture for at least 3 years bago sila maging members. Next is Section 8, the organization of NOAB or the National Organic Agriculture Board. So, within 60 working days ay dapat meron na tayong organizations within 60 days ng effectivity ng act na manggagaling sa ating NGOs, small farmers, or agricultural colleges and universities ay kailangang mag-submit ng kanilang respective nominees for Secretary of So, kailangan nilang mag-nominate ng kanilang mga representative within 60 working days after nung pagpasa nung batas. Yun ay ipapasa nila sa Secretary of Agriculture and the Secretary of Science and Technology. Then, sila yung mag-i-evaluate ng qualifications ng mga nominees at mag-a-appoint ng mga members. So, isa pang gawain ng chairperson is shall call the members of the NOAB or a majority thereof if not all have been designated to a meeting to organize themselves and prescribes its rules and procedures for the attainment of the objectives of this act. A majority of all the members of the NOAB shall constitute a quorum. Then the NOAB shall also determine its budget including travel expenses, allowances, and per diems of its non-government members. When attending official National Organic Agriculture Board meetings or attending the matters assigned to them subject to accounting and auditing rules and regulations. Next, Section 9 is the powers and function of NOAB. So, ang function ng NOAB is to formulate policies, plans, programs, and projects to develop and promote organic agriculture, production, processing, and trade, oversee the successful implementation of the National Organic Agriculture Program, identify the source of financing to expand organic agriculture. Wait, may something nangyari sa aking laptop. So, then monitor and evaluate the performance of programs for appropriate incentives, undertake measures for the international recognition of local certification of organic products, call upon any government agencies to carry out and implement programs and projects identified by the NOAB, call upon private sectors, POs, and NGOs, and the academe to provide advice on matters pertaining to organic agriculture and conduct of capability building initiatives to farmers, producers, extension workers, consumers, and other stakeholders in agriculture sector in coordination with the Agricultural Training Institute. Next is submit annual and other periodic reports to the President, Secretary of the DA, and the Congress of the Philippines through the Congressional Oversight Committee on the Agricultural and Fisheries Modernization. Then promulgate such rules and regulation and exercise such other powers and function as may be necessary to carry out effectively the purpose and objective of this act, and perform such functions as may necessary for its effective operation and for the continued enhancement, growth, or development of the organic agriculture. So, Section 10, 11, and 12 is about siya sa ating Bureau of Agriculture and Fisheries Product Standards or the BAP of the DA. The BAP of the DA shall be strengthened and empowered in terms of establishing functional divisions and incremental staffing to serve as the National Technical and Administrative Secretariat of the NOAB, with the member agencies providing additional staff supports as the need arises. So, ang BAPS is siya ang magsisilbing secretariat or sa kanya ang secretariat duty ng NOAB. Then, ang BAPS is provide ng additional staff support as the need arises. Then, sunod is functions. Ang function ng BAP is implement organic agriculture programs and projects approved by the NOAB, update the NOAB on the status of programs, projects, and activities undertaken for the development and promotion of organic agriculture. Create effective networking with the various stakeholders involved in the organic production, and perform such other functions, duties, and responsibilities as may be necessary to implement this act and as directed by the NOAB. Next is Section 12, the work plan. In line with the NOAB or the National Organic Agriculture Program, the BAS shall submit to the board for approval of the following: a plan of bringing the program down to grassroots utilizing available personnel and facilities on the local level and those of LGUs. B. A pattern of cooperation and mutual assistance with LGUs, POs, and NGOs, which will maximize people empowerment and participatory approaches to program formulation, implementation, and monitoring. And letter C, a schedule of short-term, medium-term, and long-term targets on research and development, marketing, trade promotion initiatives, capacity building, and among others. Next po natin is Section 13. The Section 13 is the organic agriculture and protection of the environment. The NOAB shall constantly devise and implement ways and means not only of producing organic fertilizers and other farm inputs and needs on and off the farm, but also helping to alleviate the problems of industrial waste and community garbage through disposal through appropriate methods of sorting, collecting, and composting. The BAPS or BAFPS shall conduct continuing studies with the consultation among the people and officials involved as well as POs and NGOs in order to advise local governments from the barangay to provincial level on the collection and disposal of garbage and waste such a way as to provide raw materials for the production of organic fertilizers and other farm inputs. Next, Section 14, Local Executive Committees. Ang under ito is dapat every provincial governor shall have a provincial technical committee which shall be in the coordination with and assistance of the BAFPS ng DA at regional field units. Kailangan din ng regional field units na mag-implement ng mga activities ng NOAB or ng ating National Organic Agriculture Program within each provinces. Then, meron din dapat na Municipal Technical Committee for purposes of implementing activities in line with the National Organic Agriculture Program within each municipality. So yung dalawang yon, isang government or provincial technical committee at isang municipal technical committee. Then a local government unit that intends to shift its area of responsibility to organic agriculture must ensure that local industries have been adequately informed and consulted, and that a viable plan to ensure supply for vulnerable industries is in place, that the governor shall monitor the implementation of the and compliance with this act within their respective jurisdictions. Next is section 15, accreditation of organic certifying bodies. So BOPs ang nakadesignate na at authorized na mag-grant ng official accreditation to organic certifying bodies or entity. So ito yung mga organic certifying bodies. Dapat meron bawat island ng Philippines. Ang isa sa Luzon, isa sa Visayas, at isa sa Mindanao. Then if wala naman sa maalinman sa mga ito at isa lang meron, ay dapat meron yung satellite offices sa Luzon, Visayas, or sa Mindanao. Dapat meron tayong isang certifying body or entity sa bawat island. Yun yung pinakang essence ng section 15. Then section 16, the registration of organic food and organic input producers. So, ang nakalagay naman dito is yung mga requirements or mga hinahanap ng ating BOPs para ma-accredit ka or makapag-register ka. Unang-una, the name, address, and emergency contact information of each organic food or input establishment that the registrant owns or operates. So, kung ikaw mayroon kang marami, so kailangan mo yun i-list lahat. Then letter B, the primary purpose and business activity of each organic food or input establishment, including the dates of operation if the organic food establishment is seasonal. So, ano yung purpose ng iyong establishment? Then, a list of the organic food or input produced and corresponding brand names. So, yun nga, kailangan din nakalist doon kung ano yung mga offered nyong services or mga produce nyo na may kasamang brand names. Then letter D, for organic food establishment, the name, address, and contact information of the organic food certifying body that certified the organic product sold by the company. So, kasama pa rin dito yung pangalan, address, contact information, tsaka yung nag-certify na talagang organic products ang tinitinda ng inyong company. And sunod, an assurance that the registrant will notify the director of any change in the product's function or legal status of the domestic food establishment, including cessation of business activities. Ibig sabihin, kung magsasara yung business mo or yung establishment, kailangan mo din siyang i-report not later than 30 days after such change. Then, for organic input producers, a list of materials used in the production of each particular input. So, yun nga, kailangan mo ring i-list yung materials para masigurado na all organic ang iyong products. And ang mga susunod na sections ay i-discuss ng aking kagrupo na si Jeanette Jose.